This video is about my ancestors in Greene County. My father's mother, her maiden name was Owen. Her name was Avis Opal Owen Payne, and she was born in 1907. In this picture, she's standing behind me when I'm probably about 2 years old, and next to her is my grandfather, Everett Payne, her husband. Her great-grandfather, Solomon Hartsell Owen, was my great-great-great-grandfather, and he was born in Tennessee in 1797 and moved to Greene County, Missouri in 1837. A man with such a wise name as Solomon made a good decision to bring his family to southwest Missouri and Greene County. He brought with him his young family, and after arriving, he started accumulating land. I was able to find the documentation where he had purchased part of that land, approximately 863 acres, from the government from 1843 up until 1859. This information I've downloaded from the Bureau of Land Management. This land he purchased from the government was very geographically spread out, as far north as Benton County near the Lake of the Ozarks to the southernmost part, Christian County. The two main cities of Christian County are Ozark and Nixa, in between counties of Polk County with the county seat of Bolivar and Greene County with the main city of Springfield. From historical oral interviews, it was documented that he consolidated most of his holdings into Greene County and ended up with approximately about 2,000 acres of land. He successfully taught my great-great-grandfather, Charles B. Owen, who was born in Tennessee in 1827, how to buy land also. Charles Baker Owen came to southwest Missouri with his father when he was about 6 years old. This information I've also downloaded from the Bureau of Land Management that gives the detail of about 420 acres that Charles Baker bought from the government. These land purchases spanned a 25-year time frame and started as early as 1845 when he was just 18 years old and extended all the way out to 1871. Eventually, he accumulated approximately 1,700 acres of land where he traded for it and purchased it from other individuals. Charles Baker Owen's primary occupation was a cattleman. In the 1850s, he even went down to Texas many times to bring cattle back to Missouri via the Sedalia Trail and even used the famous Chisholm Trail to bring cattle up into Kansas. He was also known as a good trader with a variety of Indian tribes to include the Chickasaw Indians. He was a cattle trader his whole life. He also liked to explore and go out on adventures. He looked for gold off and on for a number of years. In 1856, he was appointed as a deputy sheriff in Greene County. During the Civil War, he served with the Union forces as a captain and fought in a number of battles. Because of his extensive knowledge of the area surrounding Wilson's Creek, he was handpicked by General Lyon to be the lead scout of the Union forces. The Union troops at the Battle of Wilson's Creek faced a much larger Confederate force. The Wilson's Creek battle was the site of the first major Civil War battle west of the Mississippi and was just 5 months into the beginning of the war. It was a very important battle to determine which side, Union or Confederate, Missouri would be on. While he was away, his first wife, Sarah, died. He married again to a Nancy McCroskey in 1865, and they had 8 children together. After the war, he accelerated his purchasing of land. Later in his life, he would become sheriff of Greene County for 2 different terms, the first one in 1871 and the second term of office in 1875. This 1876 illustrated atlas of Greene County contains plat maps with descriptions and ownership. The image you see on the screen is just a small part of Greene County. The lower part of the map you see sections 16, 20, 21, 27, 28, and 29, highlighted in yellow, indicating ownership by Owen. A section is 640 acres. Using the 1876 atlas and the 1930 plat map, you get a sample of the ownership of his land and the land owned by my ancestors over time. The picture of Charles is taken about 1893 and includes 4 of his 5 sons. Charles Baker Owen passed away in 1907 at the age of 80, and the land passed to his sons. This plat map was made in 1930, so it was 23 years after the passing of Charles Baker Owen. I have no insight how the land was handled or changed hands during the 23-year interim period. As of 1930, 100 acres were owned by C. J. Owen. In 1938, Charles J. Owen passed away at the age of 73. 545 acres were owned by J. L. Owen. In 1918, Joseph Louis Owen passed away at the age of 38, reportedly of the Spanish flu. 200 acres were owned by W. E. Owen, not pictured in the photograph. In 1941, William Edward Owen passed away at the age of 62. 240 acres were owned by F. W. Owen. In 1930, Francis Wade Owen passed away at the age of 53. 313 acres were owned by G. D. Owen, my great-grandfather. In 1921, George D. Owen passed away at the age of 46. Show me, Lord, my life ends, and the number of my days. Let me know how fleeting my life is. Psalms 39:4.